our last live stream on UBTV for today. This is Luscious. If you look at the title on the video, it says Full Tigon in the pet grooming industry. That would be a modified lion cut, right? So, lion pattern on the body, but instead of a mane, we're doing a tiger head, right? And then the add-ons are, you'll see the full Tigon plus PP. PP means perfect paws. They want all of those toe tufts trimmed back and manicured. And then you're going to see PB, perfect boots. They want the boots manicured and tapered back as well, not left natural, right? And this is Luscious at natural temperament. So that's the breakdown of the cat and the service and the temperament, right? Capiche? Capiche, people? Mad overgrowth. Alright, so round tiger head. We're going to start shaping that in. It's a lower maintenance than a regular lion cut because you got a nice clean chin and there's no mane getting any food caught up or water, you know, things like that. So some people will choose the Tigon because it lowers the maintenance for, you know, cats who are messy eaters, things like that. You know, there's always a reason why people are going to select certain service requests, and it's to match their cat's grooming needs, right? Alright, so we're going to start with the back of the head. I don't know if I'm going with the grain or against the grain. Sometimes when you go against the grain with a white cat, it's like silver, but you can tend to bring a lot of the pink out on the skin. And I don't know about you, but a lot of my clients, they don't want to see pink, right? So if you were to go and do a reverse lion on a white cat like this, you're not going to get this thin layer of white pigment on the coat. It's going to look more like a pink, right? So we're going to go with the green. Right? Capiche, capiche. And this is Luscious. Luscious. Wee-hee. Luscious, are you feeling luscious? You say, not really. Well, maybe later. What is what? What is that? What do you mean by that? Define that. Oh, you didn't know what it was? Okay. He does look like a Pokemon character, doesn't he? Luscious. Oh, the clipper we're using is the Fuzzy Fix Blue Wave with the 10 blade that it comes with. Hi, hi. I like your name, but I don't know who you are, so... And I've never seen or come across your name before, so... You would be a stranger danger. But thanks for the offer. Maybe if I got to know you a little bit better, maybe. Almost like going on a blind date. I like your name, though. Alright, let's work on his face. We're going to give him a tight little round tiger head. Put that in place. I'm going to start with those to get the general shape. Hold on to that ear, right? You're going to need to hold on to that ear whenever you're working around a kitty. We're going to give him a really tight tiger head, because when it grows out, he looks like a chipmunk. Stranger danger. But thanks for the offer. Okay, other side. Hey, Wenda. All right, let's see if we can. This is Luscious. He's a cutie patootie. There. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Almost. There. Alright, we'll leave that for now. Hello. Luscious, you don't like your nails being done? He's like, no, not really. Why? What's the problem? What's the problem? He's like, I just don't like it. It's probably a lot like when, have you ever tried to use that little needle gun to get the blood test of that, you know, like when you're testing for your blood sugar levels, you know, that feeling right before that needle is about to pop into, it's probably the same feeling that these cats get, okay? That anticipation that it's gonna hurt, right? When in fact it's not gonna hurt unless you hit into the crack, right? Luscious, I'm not gonna hurt you. He's like, you promise? Yeah, I promise. Haircuts don't hurt. He's like, well, I'm in my nails. I know. Luscious. Luscious. Big baby. Are you a big baby? He's like, maybe. We're going to do him on this app, and then when we're done with this live, we're going to jump over to Tiki Yucky is the name of my other live streaming platform. My favorite live streaming platform of all time. Not Yucky Yucky. Tiki Yucky. Waka waka. Mm-hmm. He's like, you're shaving my butt. Yes, I am. Mm-hmm. There. Hold on. Alright, now we're on to the tricky bits, which is to get his boots put in place and to do his belly, right? So we have his bed on standby to get that done. We would go with the green because he's white. Otherwise, he'd end up fairly pink from his skin showing through, right? And I don't know about you, but a lot of my cat clients, they don't want to see the pink of their cat's skin, right? Luscious. Is it the end of the world? He's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Why? You're cutting my beautiful locks. You're not a secret nudist? He's like, no, not really. Most cats are. Well, not me. I'm what you call conservative. Does your brother feel the same way? No, he's definitely a secret nudist. Alright, well, maybe we can talk your owner into going a little longer. She's like, that would be nice. Okay. I'll let them know. But that's how you feel about it. In the meantime, we're going to put a happy hoodie on his head. It'll make him happy. He's like, don't believe the hype, people. I'm not happy. It'll calm him. It'll help calm him. Alright? Alright, ready, steady, here we go. Waka waka. Wow. Wee wee. Wee wee. Alright, he's on the bed. So we're going to be able to position him just a little bit better for all of these add-on services. This is the beginning of putting in the perfect pause, right? A lot of people don't want the extra toe tufts on the bottoms of these cats' feet, right? They have different reasons. Some have hardwood floors, others think it attracts the cat litter all around their house. Others might be asking for it, I guess maybe because it looks cuter. I don't know. It might be aesthetic. It might be aesthetic, but I think I remember them mentioning it had something to do with the cat litter. So, you know, you can buy cat litter that doesn't track. They do have all kinds of cat litter out there. Waka waka. Waka waka. Luscious is very sensitive. I'm going to give the owners a bottle of 324 and invite them to be a part of our 324 study, right? Because he could certainly benefit from it. It just helps to emotionally ground a cat for their grooming. He's obviously not at high stress levels, but he's not happy either. No. He's not happy. The 324 pre-treatment is perfect for a cat like Luscious, who's not quite at high stress levels, but not exactly at low stress levels, and not exactly having a spa day, right? Yeah. It'll be perfect for him. We're actually going to recruit about 100 of our cat clients to be a part of the study. And then we're just going to track and monitor them for a couple years, right? Just like we did with our 8-year case study of GABA. Hey, Two Skulls. How are you? This is Luscious. Luscious is not happy. Just FYI. He could certainly benefit from that 324. I'm going to give the owners a bottle. I subscribe to a company where I get a bottle once a month for a reduced price. It takes like, I don't know, like $12 to $15 off the actual price of the product. And then once a month I give it away. I give it away to a client and invite them to be a part of our study, right? So, yeah. We're just gonna start our own study. Okay. Luscious. He's like, what? Are you getting nervous, Two Skulls? About the snow? You're gonna get buried alive. I'm using this safety clipper for all these sensitive bits. This you get on Amazon. It's actually not sold to the pet industry. This was actually released to the public. So you can imagine, if you're going to release a clipper to the public, you know, the public who has no training in anything, you better damn well make sure it's safe, right? Right. That's why I call it a safety clipper, because it is one of the safest clippers I've ever come across, right? For doing sensitive bits on cats. Hi, how you doing? Louise, and Alejandra. Please be nice with love. Thank you. You please be nice and thank you, Doreen. Isn't that a given? Wouldn't that be just a given? Wouldn't that just be a no-brainer? Let me guess. You're one of those love and light peoples, aren't you? It's always the love and light people. You know how to just take that knife and... Yeah. It's an art form. Love and light people have perfected that. Just a little with love. Right. I got your number. Miss Love and Light. I got your number. There's a lot to these boots, so you can understand why they want them tapered back. I am not washing all of that. So if they're already asking for that to be tapered, might as well take half of it off now. Should I just use a regular straight? I don't know. Probably. Yeah. Yeah, better. Alrighty, and might as well get this one done too. Luscious. Don't you worry. We're going to do a side-by-side comparison about how Luscious is doing today versus how he will be when he comes back in on 324, right? We're going to show you a side-by-side comparison, right? He should be doing much better for his next grooming. Mm-hmm. Lots to say. Lots to say, Luscious. You got lots to say. Birdie, why are you so sad? Hmm? Say, because I don't want to be here. I know. I know. But nobody's going to hurt you. Nobody's going to hurt you. You want a treat? He's like, what you got, lady? You got all kinds of stuff. Yeah. You want a little boop? Boopity boop boop boop. Mm-hmm. Hmm? You're not even gonna lick it off your nose? He's like, no. I'm too traumatized. Well, you don't seem very traumatized to me. You're eating a chew. Traumatized cats don't even eat. He's like, yeah, well, I'm traumatized. I'm emotionally eating. Mm. I've got a crush on you, sweetie pie. Mm-hmm. Can we do the other side now? And we'll do the other half later? He's like, I guess so. He's like, I guess so. Just don't hurt me. I'm not gonna hurt you. None of this hurts, buddy. It's all in your imagination. Mm-hmm. It's all in your imagination. You've been watching too many movies. You've been watching too many Hollywood movies. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Last leg. No, 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 we're almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Oh, luscious. What's the main problem? He's like, you're getting near my butt. Mm. Okay. Let's try and get him to, you know, expose his belly a little bit more. Mm. Mm. So Snowmageddon is supposed to happen sometime in our sleep tonight. Can you imagine what tomorrow morning's gonna look like? Anybody? Hmm? Wowza, wowza, wowza. Waka, waka. So the first thing I thought of was, what if we lose electricity, right? And I'm like, I need a hot water bottle. Because you can go to Wawa and just get hot water, right? If they haven't lost their electric. But sometimes they can put themselves on backup generators. So 3 inches, you're talking 3 feet in some of these areas, right? So anyway, I called Dick's Sporting Good. They literally laughed at me. They didn't even know what a hot water bottle was. They thought I wanted a water bottle. And I'm like, it's kind of essential for camping to have a hot water bottle. I mean, it's been around for how many years? 100 years? And they're like, no, we don't carry that. I'm like, it's essential for camping. How could you not have a hot water bottle? And they're like, we don't, lady. And then we're laughing. That $10 hot water bottle on Amazon, you can get next Thursday. No, we need one today in case we lose power, right? Because that hot water bottle is going to save you if you lose electricity, right? And it lasts for hours. Hours. Hours, people. Mm-hmm. Called 3 Targets. Called every line of every store, of every Target. Do you know Target doesn't pick up their phone to answer? Mm-mm. Yummy. 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 I know they have some camping stuff, right? There's one down the street, so when I get done work, I'll just hop over there and see if I can find myself a couple, just in case, right? Some people are getting ice storms, others are getting snow. If you get the ice storm, that's going to most likely cause you to lose power because of the weight of the ice, right, on the lines, right? You did it. So the best way to prepare yourself for something like Snowmageddon, which is happening tonight, is to get yourself a bunch of hot water bottles, right? It'll save you. You put a hot water bottle under a down comforter, you're toasty all night. All night. Even if you don't have any heat. Two. You probably need 2 of them, right? Mm-hmm. A little bit of survival techniques for anyone out there who needs to know, don't you know? Mm-hmm. Oh, we gotta pick up. We gotta pick up. Loki's owner is here. We're just gonna cut the sound for Thank you for your patience. That was just me checking out Loki, the last cat that we went live with, right? So, and this is Luscious. He cleans up like a pretty penny. We are going to invite the owners to be a part of our 324 study because Luscious doesn't really like his grooming, right? He's your level 2-3 cat, right? Which is what that pre-treatment of 324 works best for, right? And we're going to give them a free bottle, right? And invite them to be. We've got 10 clients so far as part of our study. Say hi to our cat, Shuji. Can you believe he's 18? Not this cat, but my cat. Yipper. All right, remember what I was saying before earlier, like the first live with that white Maine Coon about not using pink Paw Paw on a white coat because it can turn the cat's coat yellow? Well, that's only if you leave it on for a while, like 10-15 minutes, right? Yeah, it can cause a cat's white coat to actually turn yellow, which is not good. I actually turned a Persian yellow once. I gave him a full body degreasing treatment with a pink Paw Paw. It was right before Easter, so their cat was yellow for Easter. Yeah, it grew out. I had to cut it the next time. But if you're going to use pink Paw Paw on a white cat, that's fine. You just can't leave it in for that extended 10-15 minutes, right? Just for the normal time. I've got a crush on you, sweetie pie. We're using the groomer scoop to restore all of his boots and turn them into Luscious, which is his name, bunny rabbit status boots. Part of the service request, the add-on service request for Luscious is to taper back all of his boots. They don't want them like the, you know, those chicken feet where they're all flat and fluffy, and yeah, they don't want that. They want everything manicured back with perfect paws, right? For tracking litter, I guess he's a tracker, right? Alrighty then. So, here we go. Let's work this through. Can you see the color of the green of his eyes? He's just gorgeous. It's two skulls. It's two skulls. When you are trying to restore boots on a cat, you can start doing that with that groomer scoop in it because it's very slippery. And then get yourself a nice little rabbit brush. It's in the rabbit section at Petco, and use that as well. Okay? And it'll help to fluff those boots out. Alright, where are we? He's like, I don't know, lady. He's like, I don't know where you're at, lady. He's like, your duck's throwing up. No, that's his job. He makes bubbles. You sure he's not sick? No. What's his job, silly? Are you going to be a 324 baby? He's like, what the hell does that mean? Well, don't you worry. We're going to try and talk your owners into doing that for your next grooming, okay? Could he be any more mournful looking? Yeah, and sad. Oh, so precious. You're so precious. he's got a bit of crust happening. If you try to wipe that crust off, if it's hard, especially right in the corner of the eye, you could cause a scratch. You could. So that's what I do. I just soften it first. Give it about a minute. It's tearless, right? And let it soften it. And then after about a minute, it should just wipe right off, right? Gotta check on you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He looks like a little cartoon character for sure. Right? Who's that? Who said that? Marty McFly. I love that name. I love it. I like it. I want it. I want some more of it. We don't have a translation button, so we don't know what you're saying. Right? And who are you to judge from across the country in a different world when we can't understand what you're saying? So you gotta go. Bye. That's all judgmental. I don't speak your language, right? I got a gist of what you're saying. I got a gist. I got a gist. Who the hell are you to judge from across the pond or wherever the hell you come from? Know your boundaries, people. Know your boundaries, people. Know your boundaries. That's the problem with society. They don't know their boundaries anymore. They don't know their place. Two skulls. Our generation will never come again, will it? It is a sad state of affairs, right? There will never be another Gen X. God help this planet. Alright, what are we going to do? First thing we're going to do is rinse off his head. He's probably a bottle baby. Meaning we want to get a bottle of rinse water made to rinse off his head since he's probably not going to want the sprayer. So we're going to have that on standby. We call it a baby bottle. No idea. Anyone speak at the, whatever that is? Dactyls. Is that Spanish? Dactyls. Anybody want to translate? YouTube doesn't give us the option of translating, except if you were to put the message in one of the posts that's already posted. Then they have a translation button. But they don't give you one for the lives, right? All of you. So annoying. There we go. Alright, and let the bluing begin. Optical brightening shampoo. I use the Pooch Bright by Le Pooch. It's a 1 to 20 ratio, 1 part shampoo to 20 parts water. I actually make mine a little bit stronger, okay? Which means you really don't want to leave it on any longer than 2 to 3 minutes. Otherwise, you are going to make your cat purple, right? And I'll leave a little bit of a tint. It'll fade out, but yeah, that's not what these cat owners signed up for, right? Having a blue cat. Here we go. Now, see, I don't need a translator for that, right? So, we don't need a translator for that, do we? Okay. That came in loud and clear. Yeah, that wasn't too hard to figure out. It's bullshit, people. Really? Having your cat washed and coiffed and beautiful again is bullshit? Yeah. See, that happens all the time for dog owners and their dogs, but for whatever reason, not allowed. Well, apparently it has, you know, this cat grooming salon, it's going on 15 years, right? 15 years. 15 years. Awesome. There's so many, right? So as you see them, collect them, throw them in your bag of grooming tricks, right? If you're looking to help your own cats, it's going to be a lot easier than trying to learn all of the techniques that you might need in order to offer cat grooming to the public. You're going to need hundreds, or at least over 100 techniques if you're going to offer that service to the public, because there's so many different temperaments and personalities, right? This technique, which is just to sit on top of a pedestal, pretty amazing. I learned this from a cat dad. You think the pet grooming industry taught me this technique? No. I learned this from a Persian cat dad from Brazil. Yeah. Yepper. He taught me this. Yep. Cat usually just sits there in balances, and 90% of the grooming you're focusing on washing the cat instead of trying to keep them in the tub, right? So that was a game changer. His name was Tony Kardashian, not Kardashian, Kardashian. I don't know if it's Brazil. Could be Madrid maybe? I'm trying to remember. So Tony Kardashian is a cat dad who has a bunch of Persians, and what he'll do is he'll wash his Persians, all of them at the same time. It's the most amazing thing you will ever see in your life. In the bathtub in his house, right? He has the most amazing techniques, and he's literally washing 3 of his Persians at the same time in his tub. You gotta see it to believe it. I know he's on TikTok. I don't know where else he's on, but his name is Tony Kardashian, right? And well, it's not any one particular shampoo, it's a process, right? So it's a basic process of wash, rinse, repeat, right? The first one is degreasing, the second one is finishing. You determine what your finishing shampoo is based on the cat, or the code, or the service request, right? My finishing shampoo for my cat, since he's kept in full coat, was, I'll show it, this one. That was the finishing shampoo. Volume Shampoo Top Cat by Chris Christensen, right? That was the finishing shampoo. The first shampoo is going to be a degreasing shampoo, right? F&T and Filthy Beast. Equal parts of each, right? And that gives you one of the most amazing degreasing. So you want to deal with the oil first, right? When we were washing this little guy, we used the degreaser first. Oh, Pink Paw Pal is also amazing. There's a link on the mainline.live. Takes you directly to Pink Paw Pal USA, where you can get some of the Pink Paw Pal products. Those are amazing too, right? It just depends on what you want to do. My my British short hair, I think I washed with one of my favorite shampoos. I have about 10 in my shampoo bar. La Pooch Puppy. So it's the female fragrance, La Pooch Puppy. It is a texturizing shampoo. It is tearless. It is an amazing shampoo, right? If you just want something generic, go get $1 of Suave Clarifying. Yeah, if you just want something generic, spend yourself $1, go get the Suave Clarifying shampoo. Yeah. That was already approved by a man who shows Persian. He okayed that product, Suave Clarifying. He is a retired dog groomer who went into showing cats and became one of the best in the industry. And his whole basement is filled with products. So he knows the ins and outs of every single product and every single ingredient. And he gave a pass to Suave Clarifying. He also gave a pass to another product that I don't usually use because it takes so long to rinse out, but the Baby Aveeno. The Baby Aveeno bath water, the bath wash for babies, not the lavender, right? He gave a free pass to that too. He said that was one of his best finishing shampoos for his Persian cats. Baby Aveeno. Alright, so this is the first, right? Degreasing. Even though he's being put in a lion cut, there's still oil all over this cat, okay? One of the main differences between cat grooming and dog grooming is having to deal with all of the oil. The oil that builds up, right? It's probably the same, but I just don't personally like the smell of it. Yeah, I personally don't like the smell of it, that's all. This is Mr. Mona Lisa, Mr. Miserable Mona Lisa, right? We're going to invite his parents to be a part of the 324 case study. Hopefully the next time he comes in, he won't be so miserable, right? The level 3 cats are caught in a continuous loop of perpetuity misery because they're not exactly at high stress levels to require a pre-treatment, but they're also not exactly at low stress levels. So each time they come in, they're just having a miserable experience. So we wanted to know what we could do with the level 3 cat. Hence, 324, right? If you don't know what 324 means, that's one of the pre-treatments that we recommend to our clients. The alphabet code is the key to unlocking 324. Okay? He's miserable. He's not happy. Can you stay up there? Some cats have a hard time balancing when you put that happy hoodie on. Just FYI. In case you didn't know, don't you know? A little rabbit brush. Not my cat. You're late to the party. You are late to the party. here. He cleans up really well. He cleans up like a shiny brand new penny. Alright, so the first, I'm going to take the earplugs out of my ear so I can hear myself think. The first dynamic duo of shampoo was the F&T with the Filthy Beast for degreasing. The second dynamic duo is La Cooch Puppy with an unscented Chubb's bar. What part? We use the unscented Chubb's bar to allow the beautiful fragrance of the La Cooch Puppy to come through. Very light. Perfect for cat grooming, right? You don't want heavy perfume. A lot of pet grooming shampoos, heavy perfume. I guess to cover up the stink of dogs. But here's the problem, folks. If you wash the dog correctly, there wouldn't be any stink. So I don't get why they make the dog shampoo so strong, right? Especially when their noses are so sensitive, right? You guys can have at it because I can't hear myself think, so I don't know what you're saying right now, so just have at it. Right? Sometimes I need a moment to be able to just think and hear myself think, right? Yeah. Alright. Here we go. Walker. Yeah. That's pretty. Last one. Do we have any cheerleaders in the house? Not sure. Not sure. You want another one? He's like, yeah. Alright, well, wait till the towel rack and we'll go get it. He's like, deal. Deal, lady. Alright. And rinse. Here we go. Good buddy. Good buddy. Well, turning you around. I think he's kind of clumsy because that's on. We just take that off. Should be a little bit better. I'm hearing a lot of buzzing in my ear right now. Yeah, so see, when the cat's away, the mice will play. See it. You did it. You're gorgeous. You are absolutely gorgeous. He's like, I am? Yes. Am I more handsome than my brother? It's a toss. It's a toss-up. Alright, there you have it. Beautiful, beautiful kitty. With the most impeccable manners. I'm like my feral community online right now. Okay? You guys are just feral. Feral. Feral, I tell you. You all need to be snipped and neutered. It's amazing what neutering a male will do to their temperament. Just saying. What would be the equivalent for females? I don't know. Is there one? I don't think so. I know my British short hair, he was called Musha, which stands for warrior, because he used to be a fighter. He was a scrapper, right? He was a little scrapper. The minute he got neutered, butterball. He turned into the sweetest little butterball ever, right? I wonder what the equivalent would be to turn a Tammy of a Shrew woman into a lady. Wonder if there's something. I doubt it. Got it. All right, there you go. Ready, steady, here we go. Yay. Good buddy. Good buddy. You're doing it, buddy. You're doing it. Waka waka. Waka 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 waka. people don't have the balls to go live cat grooming, right? Why? Because they don't want you to know how upset a lot of them can get, right? And in many cases, if that groomer doesn't have any training, the biggest problem with going live is a lot of times they're not able to finish the grooming. That seems to be the biggest issue. I used to follow a groomer. She said she was a cat groomer, but she really wasn't. She was more of a dog groomer. She had no training in cat grooming. But she used all of her qualifications to say she could groom cats because she used to be a vet tech, saying her specialty was with cats, right? The problem is, every time I watched her groom a cat, she could never finish it. And the cat was always sent home unfinished. That is pretty much the norm, or the litmus test of a groomer who doesn't have proper training. They don't know how to finish the groom, right? That's the biggest issue, right? So, anywho, or you're going to have groomers who were definitely taught and trained how to groom cats, but they were taught in get or done cat grooming, which can be disturbing to the public, because get or done cat grooming means the cat's getting groomed whether it likes it or not, right? So do you think they're going to go live with that? I don't think so. I'm kind of a hybrid. I'm a mix between a trained cat groomer and a fear-free cat groomer. I'm kind of a hybrid. I'm somewhere in the middle. Getting a haircut really has turned into like a life or death, end of the world situation, really. I want you to camp out outside of a dog grooming salon and try to say those same exact things to all the dog parents. You'll be lucky if you don't get punched in the face, right? Who the hell are you? Tell people what they can and cannot do, right? Who do you think you are? %70 of cats are secret nudists, right? Trying to create a narrative that this is some selfish reason the owners are getting this done for their selfish personal needs. No, about 70% of our clients who get a line cut, yeah, they're doing it because it makes the cat happy. They're secret nudists, right? Cats don't want to have anything to do with their coat. Yeah, you're not going to read that in any book, right? I actually asked a zoologist one time live, why are cats so happy after they get a line cut? Her mind almost imploded because there wasn't anything she could wrap her head around, nor was it taught anywhere in books. But if you know, you know. If you are a cat owner, and if you ever have gotten a line cut, you know, at a facility that didn't traumatize them, you would know that cats absolutely love their line cut afterwards. And they go home and they parade around, throw their tail up in the air, and say, look at me, look at me. 70% of them. But you want to twist it, turn it around, you. Why? Because you're projecting. You're the selfish bitch, right? You're trying to project your emotions and your feelings onto this cat. You're the selfish bitch. Anything you accuse other people of is what you are guilty of most yourself, right? Take a little class in psychology and you'll figure that part out, right? No. Cats who come for a grooming and pay buku bucks to have their cats groomed is because they care about their cats, right? Your narratives suck, people. Just saying. You need to come up with some better ones. Alright, there we go. Let the decompression begin. Break time. That's not just break time for the cat, that's break time for me. Right? Why don't you all just get ready for the snowmageddon? Make sure your snow plows are working. Yeah, why don't you start worrying about yourself? Right? We emptied a chew into his mouth, but I guess you missed that part. See, that's the problem when you jump into a live halfway into it, right? You don't know anything. The only people who are going to know are the people who watch the video from start to finish, right? And that is who I cater to. I do not cater to the shit comment section. I cater to the people who are actually going to be watching this video, who have watched it from start to finish, who would know that the cat had a treat and emptied this churro, right? They would know that, right? We are going to invite this owner to be a part of our 324 study. They're going to be getting a free bottle, $30 value of the 324 product, and we're going to highly recommend that they use that for this guy's next grooming. And then we're going to show a before and after, you know, because everything's on video now. So it's a great way to track a cat's progress, is to get it on video, right? 324 product is probably going to be perfect for this little sensitive boy, right? Very sensitive. He is being groomed at natural temperament. Some cats are just too sensitive to be able to come for a nice, calm cat grooming outside of their home, away from their elements. In their minds, their whole world has just crumbled upon them, right? They can't deal with things that well. 324 has a way, the product, the pre-treatment has a way of grounding cats and allowing things that they wouldn't normally be able to handle on their own better, right? I wish I had better words to explain how that worked. The problem is the vets aren't talking to you about it. They cannot talk to you. They cannot teach you about it because they've been muzzled. So we started that case study a month ago, and as we learn, we will add that to the Calming Cat Guide link, which is in this account or any of my social media accounts, the mainlion.live. You click that open, go down to the Calming Cat Guide, and you'll be able to read more about the 324 products, right? The alphabet is the key code to 324, right? We're going to take him out in like 2 minutes, put in his perfect boots, perfect paws, and give him a nice, cute little perfect tiger hat. And then we're going to shut the live and hop over to a different app where we're going to be going live with his brother, right? And we're back. Alright, little luscious. Out we go. Luscious. Come on. You got this. We got more churros. What flavor you want this time? You down the chicken one? Are you allowed to have more than one churro? I don't know. I don't want you to get sick at home. Alright, so we're going to compensate for him coming out of that dryer box with a little bit of heat going from that space heater so that he doesn't pick up a chill, right? Waka 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 waka. Thinning shears. This one is Kenchi, the Sue Watson one. Okay. It's alright. It's all right. Waka waka waka. Chunkers takes things off quickly. If you're trying to move certain parts of the fur and get that out of the way, right? The chunkers will take care of that. Not exactly a tool a pet owner should be trying to get their hands on. But if you insist, go right ahead. I'm not the one paying your vet bills, right? It would require someone with hand scissoring techniques and a high safety record, working around animals, right? Those are probably some of the requirements you would need if you're going to pick up a pair of these, right? But if you don't believe me, you go right ahead. You do your thing. You do what you want to do, right? I'm not paying for the ER visit. Just stitch your cat back together again. That's one way to learn what not to do. You're not helping. She's like, I'm supposed to help? Yeah. It would be helpful. Yeah, it would be helpful. Yeah. Lord have mercy. Now when I have time, when the owner is on his way and I'm waiting for them to pick up, I'll probably go back to his face to fine tune it a little bit more, right? Yeah, we'll fine tune it. Waka. Alright, fuzzy fix, blue wave to finish. With the green, he's white. If you went and did a reverse, he would be more pink than white, right? My clients don't like their cats being handed back to them pink. Pink means all the skin is coming through and showing, right? Alright, let's get your bed. No, he's not happy. Are we going to try and help fix that? Yeah. We're going to invite the owners to be a part of the 324 case study and get this cat on a pre-treatment for his next grooming. Right? It's all natural. Right? It's all natural. Right? And it's really going to help to ground him emotionally. Right? He's very sensitive. You want a happy hoodie on your head? He's like, maybe. Yeah. This one. this one be better? He wants the box. He wants to go back in the box. Why? Because nobody was touching him. Right? That's one of the main reasons the cats love that box so much. Right? Nobody's bothering them. Nobody's touching them. Right? Right. On your side. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They want the perfect boots and the perfect paws, right? He's escalating, so we're just going to get him in the Salon box and finish him in there, right? Yeah, that should help. Oh, Lord. Lord have mercy. He's like, no, not really. Alright, that's fine. Just chillax for 1 second. When a cat is uncomfortable with their grooming, it can prolong the grooming time, right? For some groomers, like myself, right? When you find the right pre-treatment to allow that cat to just kind of go with the flow, and actually in some cases experience a spa day, which would be my goal for every one of my cat clients, believe it or not, it is possible. It makes the whole grooming experience go quicker, right? And we're not dealing with a lot of handling situations, right? So, isn't that what the National Cat Groomers Institute teaches? Speed is everything. So get the cat done as fast as possible. How about if you apply those same standards, but eliminate the forced grooming of it, right? Just saying. That's what you teach, right? Okay? What if you eliminated the forced grooming of the cat and taught and educated your cat clients on pre-treatments instead, right? Wouldn't that make the grooming go faster? Because isn't that what it's all about with you guys? Fast? Right. Yeah. Having standards until you call them out on their standards, and then it turns into double standards, is what I have found with certain cat grooming organizations. Rules for thee, but not for me. Right? Rules for thee, but not for me. All right, let us fluff them out. Need it. All right, we're gonna go back and play with his face when we're waiting for the owners to come pick up, right? We're gonna leave it for now. We're gonna leave it for now. It's all right. True? Yeah. He's like, you better believe it, lady. All right, I'll get you. We got 45 minutes to finish his brother, right? There, we got chicken and cheese. Mm-hmm. There. Waka, 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 waka. Can I just put it on a plate for you? Yes. There you go. Plate. Do it that way. Go ahead. Go ahead. I used to give 324 to my British. He hated his bath with a passion. I used to have to make special allowances to only groom him when the sun was hitting the window because he didn't like to be dried either, right? And that went on for the first 10 years of his life. Absolutely miserable when it came time for his bath. And then when gabapentin hit the market around 2017, I started giving him the gabapentin. And then shortly after that, I found out there was an all-natural product that I refer to as 324 that hit the market, and I started using that, right? And it was a 1-hour pre-treatment, and he went from hating his bath to being a bath model. Like, I would literally go live and teach a short hair cat grooming package with him loving his bath. And then after he was done with his bath, he would go take a nap, wake up with a smile on his face, nothing negative, right? Before, when you gave him a bath, he would just brood, be angry, be grumpy, and hold a grudge for the rest of the day, the entire day, right? That was my British short hair's experience with doing something he didn't like to do, right? He wasn't at high stress levels, but he was moody and broody about it, right? That is why I think the 324 product is going to work perfect for this little guy, right? Just a little bit of something at home from his owner 1 hour ahead of time, and that's going to really help reduce this whole little millennial man thing that he's got going on, right? And also help with getting him done faster, right? Anyway. Alright, we're gonna do a round 2 and do the same exact thing with his brother, just not on this app, right? Thank you so much for joining us. Sometimes I do have to turn the comment section off because I can't even hear myself think, right? And when it comes to cat grooming, it requires an intense amount of focus and an intense amount of concentration. And when you have people taking buckets of manure and verbal sewage and dumping it over your head over and over and over again, it's not conducive to cat grooming, which is why sometimes I have to shut the live section off. You understand, people, right? All right, thank you so much. Be safe. Snowmageddon is on its way. Hopefully you're all going to be okay, and we'll see you. When's our next live? Well, we took a snow day tomorrow, Monday, so Tuesday. So we'll be back on Tuesday for more live cat groomings, right? All right, thanks. All the best. Take care.